Hi friends, welcome to Cooking Companions, a cute psychological horror game. At least that's what the description said. So things may look cute now, the music may sound happy, and... well, not anymore.
Is she coming?
Hello? Who invited the demons? I have a feeling things are about to get really dark in this game. So, yeah. Let's get started, shall we? That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Ah, hello, Gregor. Full kitchen, running water. It really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to. Achoo! Sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah. Alright, Karen. Now calm down, girl. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine. So, are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No? But not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew. So let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust. Hey! Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Natalie. I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be treasure up here. Roughing it is fun, Natalie. Roughing it is fun, and Natalie knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. Oh hey, Natalie has a little friend. Is that a squirrel? I think slime molds would be most delicious. Oh, certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous to Natalie? I could figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Natalie. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek! Poor guy. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. They won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate. Words are hard, friends. Incapacitate them. Got it. Number 1 is Natalie. Oh yeah, sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again. I'll help Natalie look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we've brought. Mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Natalie, Mariah, are getting the food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Me? Alright. I will do the cooking. Leave it to me, friends. Should I say, companions? Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. This is me nodding. Can't tell, but I'm nodding. Very excited to try your cooking. Alright, everyone. Let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later. And that leaves me with this dish. Mariah. Natalie. Gregor. The three exit the cabin, leaving you, Karen, alone. I think Anali put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Do you have any experience making meals? Ooh, yeah. Of course I do. Yeah. Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning, right? It looks like Karen will remember that. Okay. Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Thank God, leave me alone. I don't like this lady. Karen heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. You decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. You never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? Let's see, we got the cupboards behind the wood pile. Drawers. Let's check the cupboards. First few cupboards are empty. Natalie must have put the supply somewhere else. What if I check more? Check the cupboards again! Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. Huh. I mean, I guess those could be ingredients. Check the cupboard underneath the sink. I found a dead mouse. Oh my. This would be a great gift to give Karen. I love that for Karen. Let's check again. Oh. Wait, what? No. You notice the letter L engraved on the left side of the cupboard. What a fitting gravestone for the mouse. Wait, can I take the mouse back? Oh, I guess we've reached the end of the cupboards. Alright, let's check the wood pile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders. You look at wood logs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. Is that it? The Norway spruce won't burn as hot as logs from the oak tree. These would be useless during a snowfall. Alright, what's in the drawers? Check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. Oh. What else we got here? Check the drawers above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Karen will find it appetizing. Check the drawer above the wood pile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might.
Please,
Hello?
cabbage!
Well, hello, little cuties. It's time! Chompet, sound off!
Onion!
Never fear, Onion is here.
Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
Raspberry!
Always merry raspberry! Cabbage,
Arthur?
potato? Potato's just silent.
Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping.
Hee-ha-hi-ha!
Where are the Chompets? Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. True. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable resources, recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret Chompet recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. To celebrate, here's your first recipe card.
Cabbage!
Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. Eat free. You unlocked your first recipe.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer. Chompets,
Woohoo!
let's move out. And with that, the cute veggies are gone. Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. But only slightly. Hey, you find the supplies? You shake your head. Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You've got the emergency supplies. Karen leaves you alone. Start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree. Entree. Vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in. You'll cook it about 10 minutes. The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect! You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. Friends, you're back. Thank God I'm not alone with Karen anymore. We're back. More firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. And Natalie's bearing the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Yeah! That should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here. Oh? 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something. Heh, no. Almost all of them were near the couch. Yeah! I was going to sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them swarm the couch. Thanks, Gregor. Karen and Natalie, you two take the bedroom. Thanks. Thanks, guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always planned on taking one of the beds. Hey, Natalie, I snore louder than a lumberyard. Sweet dreams, chump. You turn back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. This tastes pretty good. You cook vegetable stew. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Look at us having a meal together. Oh, wow. This smells delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. It's bland as hell. Well, my bad. Next time you cook. Karen. Tastes like every other vegetable stew I've ever had. So generic. We'll probably use some meat next time. Gross. For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fraggeria Vesca. Yeah. Sure. Also known as strawberries. For some jam. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Everyone laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. What? Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Alright. First day. Good. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Will you two pipe it down? I'm trying to sleep over here. Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food. I honestly can't see the trees outside right now. Gregor? Did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Eh? Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Oh my god. Mariah turns pale. I feel you, Mariah. Karen's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. Gah! If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Natalie's herbalism book stated that there's many more species of plants to eat out there. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not, into meat. That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries. I love blackthorn berries. We'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? Oh, I guess they're all going out today? Alright. Mariah, Natalie, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a hop to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompettes to keep you company. Let's see, today's drawer. Each day you will be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? Let's see, we can talk to the chompettes again, which I wouldn't mind doing. So that's how we get recipes, right? Check out the bedroom where Karen and Natalie are sleeping. Okay, the bathroom. We can go into the basement. Oh, what do we do? I want to go into the basement, but something's telling me I shouldn't. I'll leave the basement alone for now. You know what? Let's talk with our friends.
Hello!
Hi! So happy. You almost crapped yourself.
Yes, manana.
The other chompettes are somewhere in the basement. So it's just us today. How about some fun cabbage facts? You shake your head.
Yeah!
Great!
Cabbage.
Cabbage has 24 calories in 100 grams and is a great source of vitamins K and C.
Yes, manana.
Purple cabbage has even more vitamin C than green cabbage. Maybe you should ask Natalie why that is when he gets back. Globally, Russia eats the most cabbage. Pretty cool, right? I should have been a scholar instead of a world-class comedian. Since you've been so patient today, I will give you the chompette's secret recipe for Lebanese-style tabbouleh. Not your normal meal, but I think you'll enjoy it. You're not sure. To check out the recipe, go to the main menu under Gallery. Be sure to save beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my work here is done. Chompette, buzzy out! Can you put me in the drawer? I want to surprise the others later. They're extremely relieved that the cabbage has stopped talking. You shut the drawer as per her request. Man, I was hoping they would all be here. You look over the supplies and start planning your next meal. We're back! Knock it off, Mariah. It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not. Who knew the big guy would be scared of? Shut up! You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster. Mariah laughs so hard that your ears ring. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop Mariah from hyperventilating? Absolutely not. Let her go, let her have her moment, okay? She'll be fine. One less mouth to feed, right? Oh, damn. You don't get it. It's pretty personal. Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite a selection of berries. We also found more wild sorrel. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone is looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. Takes you a while, but you decide on your speciality, cabbage rolls. You first bring in a large pot of water to boil. Let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, an egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. You use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one place. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid. Ta-da! You cooked cabbage rolls! Mariah looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. Natalie looks curious. And Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. Alright, people, what do you think? That's pretty darn good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. Oh wait, that was Gregor. I think the vegetable stew tasted better. But I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it? It really adds to it. Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible! It's definitely growing on me. Thanks again for cooking. This really was something special. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. I mean, that's fine, I guess. You've all been out all day long, searching for food. I will cook and clean. Alright, dark screen. Wait, what's not happening? You settle in and go to bed. Did we not do the dishes? Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day. Day number 2. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Again, Gregor? Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. That's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor is also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish not to go out and look for food today. Really think it'll flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Karen, there's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Natalie, let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help you, little guy. Natalie and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Karen are still hanging around. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Mariah or Karen? I don't really care for Karen. Let's go to Mariah. Mariah is paging through some books. Some of the books on the bookshelf. We walk over to her. There are some great books here. Which one is your favorite? Ooh, get the romantic one, the crafting one, the scaring one. The scary one. Scary one, duh. I already read that entire thing. It wasn't scary at all. Very surface level horror, a cheap imitation of real horror. Ending with a woman screaming. Does that even count as an ending? You tell her it's a prequel to another book. You're kidding, right? I've lost all faith in authors. You know Frankenstein, right? I don't mean the 1931 film, I mean the book by Mary Shelley. It started with a boat around the North Pole. Definitely had more to say than the film or this book. Mariah is judging your choice harshly. Oh, shit. Oh, she's gonna remember that. Oh, no. I should have picked something else. Well, that's fine. Gregor and Natalie can come back from the meeting. Their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. What happened, you two? Hey, can you cook something while we're out? Do not. Thank you. Alright, everyone. We have our route planned. Oh, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. Oh, hello? Radio? What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Huh? Radio? What's going on with the radio? You didn't even notice on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. It seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? I wonder if the trumpets are in the basement. Let's go into the basement today. Your imagination runs wild, staring at the basement door. You try opening and closing the deadbolt just in case. You mill around until the others return. Okay. Dang it! Nothing happened. Mariah's back early today. Hey, the others are still looking for food outside. Anali found some more berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? I nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with the meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little? Mariah will remember that. But I didn't make a choice or anything. I didn't choose to cook for everybody. Oh, okay. I managed to get a heart. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime. Yes, looking forward to it. Hey, could you hold cooking classes here someday? Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Why are you looking at me like that, Karen? Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Shh. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar? You shake your head. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. Eek, we missed out. Sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow. That's awesome! You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You can even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You looked from person to person, trying to determine who it was. Who is it? Who is the hungry hippo? It was definitely Mariah. Mariah? I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Yeah! Guilty! Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. Search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it! Is it hunger? Correct! Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. You cooked raspberry jam and bread. The bread's a little tough. Gregor! Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for. Aha! Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal, but it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. You go to bed, wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something is riding on your back, and it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You try almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks in the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. What is happening? But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth, nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh shit! Whoa! Okay. Old drumpy scare there. It was just a dream. Right? What just happened? I don't know. Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. Can't fall back asleep. Still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Natalie sounds petrified. Everyone, what's going on? I looked out the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up by tomorrow. You can't steal Big Guy's optimism, Karen. Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Ha ha ha. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Sounds like you're stealing a Natalie's thunder. Natalie, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes. Bookshelf has some great books on it. On artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply it by a factor of, Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumping any of this down. It's similar to, okay, words. Where, so the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feels like hours. You look over at Lee. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently, he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Gregor, you okay, buddy? Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Haha. Yeah. Natalie turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for me. I'm not a laughing person, huh? With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. You get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check on it on the chompettes there.
Hello!
They're all here. Hi, friends! Don't worry, as leader of the chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion!
That big guy will try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. Potato. Potato. I want more potato dialogue. Bread. Ha ha ha. Are your plans going awry? Ha ha! Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast! Okay. Who invited Dad Bread? That one's been down to death. Done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? Tell her no.
Raspberry!
Raspberry milkshake! You let an audible groan. Oh my god. I love Bread's laugh. Did Cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun.
Potato.
I love potato. Well, it was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette Comedy Competition this year.
Raspberry!
Of course.
Onion!
Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? Still talk about the closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Potato! Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin.
Raspberry!
Rain or shine. Feast and famine.
Potato.
Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again.
Life or death.
That's right. Chompettes, move out. The Jumpettes somehow managed to close the drawer on themselves. We bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen interrupts as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Well, I'm sorry, but that's all we have. Karen's right. What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I mean, I'm down if you're down. Think this is enough for 5 of us? Oh, wait. We can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Natalie, will mold spores give us food poisoning? I'm, no scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. Okay. What that mouth do, Gregor? He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Well, damn. That just got a little real. Hey. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance. Natalie, where are you getting that information from? One of the books on the bookshelf about climate here. You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie. I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart. But I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it. What do you think? I want to defend our friend here. And Natalie can read. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. So screw you, Karen! You must be going blind then. Yeah. Thanks. I don't know why Karen would make something up like that about me. You aren't fooling anyone, Natalie. Karen has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. I got you, buddy. Don't you worry. Good to have someone so positive around. And Natalie looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? Hope you do. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later. Hey, Karen likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. Natalie looks at you with a look of admiration. See you tomorrow. Natalie looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Natalie will remember that. Oh, we're getting another heart? Yeah. Get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry. Day 4. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if you startled. if startled. Whoa! Incredible! Impressive! I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No! It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Anali. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Natalie leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen, the bedroom. Gregor in the living room. Mariah in the kitchen. And Natalie in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? We haven't had much talk with Gregor yet. Gregor it is. Hey. There are plenty of blankets around, but I never need one. I generate enough heat for the entire cabin. Oh? Do you? Most of these blankets are pretty thick and heavy. One's mostly used for winter. Why are these out during the summer? You shrug. To be honest, I'm feeling a little guilty about eating all of that food the first couple of days. This should be over soon enough, right? I nod in agreement. Haha, great! Thanks again for everything. Anytime, Gregor. I got you, buddy. My relationship is stronger. Is this also, like, dating sim? What's going on here? Leave Gregor to go mill around the cabin for a while. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Wish the rain would just stop. We're all doing great. Must be almost to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Too. I'm also hungry. Both in-game and IRL. You wish everyone a good night. Get ready for bed. Oh my god, my stomach. You'd go to bed with a growling stomach. You have a strange dream. Boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray, make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, whoa! Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Mariah looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Natalie has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. Cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded live. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? Well, bish, I don't control the weather. I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to just need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Mariah and Natalie go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? Well, have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It'll clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor is putting on a fake optimism, and Mariah is having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? I want to speak with Gregor. Gregor is a good boy. Oh, hey. No, you were already searched the kitchen. But I had to double check. A fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. It can't rain forever, right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. The group is really thankful for your kindness. Gregor blushes a little bit. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. Gregor is looking at you fondly. Gregor is gonna remember that? Awesome. Alright. Gonna keep pursuing this good boy. The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin, but at least none of it is getting inside. Uh-oh. Did I just hear a drop? Okay, maybe that wasn't. You tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. Call everyone together. They all look grim. Aw. I don't know what to do, friends. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at me. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly, all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite with a few hundred times before swallowing. And Natalie chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Day 6. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it'll rain that long? Natalie, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Natalie in the living room? I don't know. Mariah. Anyone but Karen. Hey. Mariah looks relieved to see you. Aw. How are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. That's very sweet of you to ask. Mariah's looking at you intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually I have to pick it out of the foods the others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Mariah's looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks. And if we had meat, then maybe I would use meat. But we don't. Because y'all didn't bring a deer back. Just wanted to stare at it. You're definitely sure Mariah will remember that. Relationship is stronger. You decide to check out the drawer again. Nice. Potato! I love you. You ask Potato where the others are.
They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them. Or something worse. Anyways, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are going to get worse from here on out.
You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool is leaking out of your mouth.
Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You'd just get deathly sick if you tried. And from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little bit longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Basil? Stay with me here. BMR is 655 plus 4.3 times the weight in pounds plus 4.7 times height in inches minus 4.7 times age in years. Got it? For fun, let's try it out on someone here. Mariah. Using Harris Benedict, she looks like she's 120 pounds, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, about 20 years old. Crunching the numbers, I think she'd need about 1,388 calories daily. But that's being abnormally stationary. She'd have to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, let's say, swimming through floodwaters, we need to multiply that 1,388 calories by 1.9? So now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly, but you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully, we'll never have to ask to speak again. Okay? Shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. Alright. That happened. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. Don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah, I used to swim all the time near my house, so I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No, let me go instead. Won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Natalie. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? It's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. Karen. His arms are definitely the longest, so he'd probably best at climbing trees out of all of us. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand. The shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. Saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you can tell which is the biggest one of the bunch. You pick it. Watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Natalie? Karen? Will it be Looks like I've got the shortest. Why did the music get so sad? Mariah. It's okay. It's fine. Mariah volunteered first. Let her go. I watched Natalie forage earlier, so I'll know what to look for. Swim until you find higher ground. Scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Natalie, and Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then, silence. Mariah
Mariah has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready for bed and easily pass out. You have a strange dream. Two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel. What? And then you try pushing it to the oven. Her legs are so strong. Can't get in. Can't get her into the oven. Curse at her repeatedly. Like this, yes. Stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders. Both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair cause you to throw up on the embers. Can't let it end like this. Rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. Your burns chill with the wind. The guest looks behind her, her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Your stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. Catch a glint of it in the sun. Golden. As if by magic, earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Whoa! Day 7. Oh, damn. Mariah? Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Natalie and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. You need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do now. So it could be days before she gets back. What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen. I'm sure Natalie will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. Never should have eaten that much. I'm... Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Natalie just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. Sure, Mariah will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Alright, I think I will end here for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for your time. If you've enjoyed yourself today, please leave a like, subscribe, maybe a little comment down below. And yeah, I will see you next time for more Cooking Companions. Will Mariah make it back? Stay tuned. Bye!
Potato.